Hi, welcome back to EducateTube.com. My name is Sipsky, your host. Today I'll be talking about the new Canadian drone laws that's been written out in Canada's Gazette on June 24th, 2017. It's found in the article, online article, Part 1, Volume 151, number 25. So I'll give you my opinion on this new drone laws. It supersedes the interim drone law that was implemented in March. So let me summarize some of these rules in here, and then you can write a comment below. I'll provide a link as well on this article, and you can read up on it as well. Okay, so let me highlight something that I like and something I wish they would change, but once they have this in place, it's gonna take a while for them to change. Okay, so you can say this is pretty much it for now. It will take another maybe a year or two before they even decide to change this. But let me go through what are some of the things that I like and some of the things I wish they change. All right, so the first thing that I like about it is that the model aircraft definition has been defined specifically for drones like the Phantom, the unique type of drone like the Phantom 4, 3, and the Mavic, and even the Inspire and the DJI S1000, those type. Okay, so this law apply to anything less than 35 kilograms. Okay, so let me go through that. All right, so this law apply to drones. Okay, so they call it model aircraft. It's the same thing as drone. All right, let's look at the first thing. Let's see. So the thing that's different this time around is that they divide into two type of drone in terms of its weight. One of them being 250 grams, greater than 250 grams to 1 kilograms. Okay, and then the other one is 1 kilogram to 35 kilograms. So they actually have two separate type of drones now. They actually list that out, or they call it model aircraft. So one change that they made was this. One of the change is that no person shall operate a model aircraft having a total weight of more 250 grams, but not more than 1 kilograms. So Mavic would fall under this, and you can fly it laterally no less than a lateral distance of less than 30 meters. So in other words, you cannot fly closer than 30 meters, which is much better than last time. Last time they grouped all these drones together, including the Inspire and Mavic and Phantom, as one group, and you couldn't fly more than closer than 75 meters. So this time Mavic, for example, and Spark drone can fly 30 meter close within that lateral distance from people. All right, so from vehicles, vessels, and public. And the good news is there's no animal in here. Okay, so they didn't put any animals. Thank goodness. Oh my goodness, animals? Seriously? So it's not in there anymore. And if you have Phantom, Inspire, or S1000, the bigger drone, like weighing like a couple of kilograms, all the way to 35 kilograms, you can still fly it, but it's same rule as in March, 75 meters. Okay, so not closer than 75 meters. But again, the good news is that they only talk about from vehicles, vessels, or public, including spectators, bystander, any person not associated with operation of the aircraft. So in other words, you cannot be around people, buildings. Actually, not buildings even in there. It's just talking about vehicles, vessels, or public bystander. That's cool. There is no building and animals in here. That's amazing. All right. Okay, let's go back. So again, two type. If you have a drone that's more than 250 to 1 kilograms, you can fly no closer than 30 meters. And if you have a drone that is more than 1 kilogram to 35 kilograms, you can fly no more than 75 meter laterally. Great. And it specify only away from vehicles, vessels, or public, including spectators, bystander, or any person not associated with the operation of the aircraft. That's great. So that being building is okay, it seems, in this new laws, and no animals. You don't have to worry about animal anymore. Building animals not a problem. Now let's go back. Okay, so what it's saying is prohibition. Okay, so it's saying no person shall operate a model aircraft at an altitude greater than 300 feet AGL. I have to look that up, what that means. Okay, within control airspace, within restricted airspace. So this is prohibited, right? Prohibited D, over or within the secure parameter of a police or first responder emergency operations site, or not. It's prohibited over within open air assembly of persons. So in other words, like if there's some kind of event with lots of people in it, you cannot fly over them. You cannot fly at night, as just like previous laws, interim laws, and you cannot fly in the clouds. Okay, so that's similar to in March. Another new change was pretty good, at least better than the March one. No person shall operate a model aircraft within 3 nautical miles or 5.5 kilometers. I think that's changed from 8 to 5.5 now. That's great. And another amazing thing here is within 1 nautical miles or 1.8 kilometers of heliport or aerodrome. Okay, so that was changed as well. Pretty good. Or inside an aerodrome control zone. Okay. No person shall operate a model aircraft over within the area of natural disaster. Okay, fine. Any area that is within 9 kilometers from the area of natural disaster or hazard. Okay, I can understand that. Not a problem for me. A person operate a model aircraft must give way to manned aircraft at all times. Okay, so that's good. I mean, I agree with that. And then a visual line of sight. A person operating a model aircraft must ensure that it is operated within VLOS at all time during the flight. Okay, I have to check that out for you guys as well. You can check that yourself. No person shall operate a model aircraft at a lateral distance of more than 500 meters or 1,640 feet from the person's location. So instead of they changed this a little bit. Instead of line of sight, they're saying now you shouldn't operate it further than, like, you should not like fly your drone further than 500 meters. Okay, so line of sight is not in there as in the March interim laws. So, and then the thing that's also in it, which I think is going to still be I think there might be a battle in the court as well, is about this privacy information here. They still have that in there, which says that the owner of the model aircraft shall not operate or permit a person to operate the aircraft unless the name, address, phone number of the owner are clearly made visible on the aircraft. So that, I think I'm sure a lot of drone users may have or is uncomfortable with that one. And if it goes to court, I think there's going to be a fight between privacy versus, Transport Canada having that ability to take that law in their hand. Now, the fine is still about $3,000, just like in March. If it's corporation, it's $15,000. Okay. So what did I think of this? I like it. It's not too bad. That means now I can buy Mavic or was that Spark? Like I mentioned, I had a video about almost a month ago about Spark where I hesitant on buying Spark and Mavic because this law was in place, and I was kind of like not very happy with that. I'm like, I'm not gonna buy a Mavic or a Spark where it costs me almost $1,000 and can't operate 75 meters. So now they changed to 30 meters. And it doesn't involve buildings and animals. It's awesome, right? So yeah, now I'm gonna look into secondhand Mavic and Spark. If maybe I'll wait a couple months when people start to sell them off. Usually that's the case, and maybe I'll get it for about 40% off or something like that. But that's great, guys. What do you think? I think it's not too bad, especially animals is not in there anymore, in buildings. So have a look at it yourself. I'll provide a link below. And yeah, by the way, I was supposed to do a video on a camera, Sony A7R II versus Sony A6500. I would do it after this video. The reason I brought this up because I just researched this and I found out that, hey, there was a new law implemented about Canadian drone law. So I'm now gonna talk more about that in the future as well. Okay, so but the next video will be on Sony A7R II versus A6500. I'll post that up right after this video, maybe in a couple of days or so. All right, guys, have fun flying drone and fly it safely. EducateTube.com.